underestimate my
The power of the dark side.
Anakin! I have the high ground!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second episode of The High Ground. Stoked to be back. Been looking forward to being back ever since we ended the last one. He's tweaking out. He's tweaking out. Yeah,
Guys,
he's
listen. Star Wars is back in the theaters for the first time in 7 years.
and it is cooked.
Okay, I wouldn't go cooked.
I just mean the way it's turned out. You know what? We'll get into it.
Yeah,
we're gonna
we'll
get into it. We're gonna get into it.
Obviously, today
But-
we are really jumping into the Mandalorian and Grogu here. We're gonna be diving deep into the plot, our thoughts about it, what our expectations were, if it met
Lock
those
back in.
expectations.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about here.
A lot to talk about, and again, just glad to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys got to watch the first one as well. Had a lot of fun making that one. A lot of stuff to learn from the first one, but it was a great time. It was a kickoff podcast.
We have video. So
We have video now. Hey.
So good to see y'all
Hey.
on the camera.
Hey, we're back with video.
Yeah. And for y'all new viewers out there, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Will. And last podcast we did not have video. We've upgraded the pod. Now we're not audio only because last time the camera got cut off after an hour. But we have a timer this time.
We have a timer. So if you see a random just like hard cut, you know why.
Yeah. Hard cut's gonna come in about an hour. So, but we're ready. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Last time we were cooked because it was so late. This time it's even later.
Yeah.
It's 3:23 in the morning right now.
So like three likes for new camera equipment, 4 likes for more kisses.
And then
So
5 likes for an earlier time recording because we low-key did this earlier. But I don't 4 likes for whatever the trick. That was
just kisses.
I mean, last time it was 5 likes. So we're what are you lowering the bar here? He's desperate. I think.
So
All right, yeah.
jump,
so
yeah,
here we go.
yeah.
Jump
to
right
jump
into
me.
it. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. But you want to start off with a little Hilo Buffalo? Is that what we're starting off with? It's been a couple weeks since we got out the last one. It's been like 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, it's been
a while.
It's been a crazy
minute.
time.
It's gonna be back.
For the viewers out there, it would have been just a couple days between episodes. We're pushing out 3 within like 4 days, just because there's been so much that has happened. And we'll get on a weekly schedule after that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be back, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be back.
The first pod was recorded a month ago, beginning of May.
No, we don't tell them that.
Yeah.
We don't tell them.
Yeah.
We filmed it
was
a couple days ago.
May,
right?
as in May 31st.
Yeah. It's like
there?
till
There's 31 days in May.
Yeah.
A
couple days ago.
Yeah.
Just last week, just like a week ago. But a couple days ago. Definitely not beginning of May.
No,
we wouldn't do that.
No, never.
That wouldn't be that long.
Never.
But
Hilo Buffalo.
Hilo Buffalo.
You want to take it away first?
I'll start us off. Yeah, sure. So Hilo Buffalo, if you guys don't know what this is, basically pretty self-explanatory. But the high, we're just giving a high of the past week or past since we've done the last podcast, which again was of course only a week ago.
It was
only a week.
Only a week ago.
Yeah. It's not like it was longer. And then a low is just kind of again a low from the past. From the past week, and then Buffalo is just something random, like something just kind of out of the blue that happened. High of the past couple weeks. I mean, past week. Of course.
Yeah. Just a week.
Me and Jacob went and saw a movie a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
And that was quite the experience. stay tuned in for that. We went and saw Obsession, and we're going to talk about that on the next pod.
Yeah.
So definitely stay tuned for that. But that was quite the experience.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Even
it was fun.
besides the movie.
Yeah, just the experience in the theater.
Experience.
Like watching that one with an audience is so fun. Like by the time that podcast comes out and this one as well, it'll be in theaters. If you guys haven't seen it in theaters, please, like that experience in theaters was so cool. So
you got to.
Yeah, great one to see in theaters. So
all the hype about it, it's well deserved. Well deserved.
Truly. I can't say it enough, but like, congratulations to that whole team. Everyone that worked on that. It was crazy.
More into it probably tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow when you guys seeing this. Hoping that one comes out the next day after we release this one. But yes, that's my high, is seeing that with Jacob. My low, let me think. Low's a hard one. Honestly, low is probably just how long it's been since the last pod. I've really missed it. Like it was really fun. Like right after we filmed that first one, I was like thinking about all the things I could do better. And
it's
like
crazy how long a week can be.
Yeah,
not a month.
We wouldn't wait that long.
Never. Never.
Yeah. It's so the long week it's been since the last one. Because I had a lot of fun, a lot of things I felt like I could do better on, and like editing it, I was like, oh, I wish I had done this differently and whatever. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. And yeah, I was kind of bummed out it took so long. I mean, only a week to get started back up. A buffalo. Let me think. A random thing. I don't know if this technically is since the last one, but this was technically right before we filmed the last one. But basically, we film in like a community center. And so there's a lot of people kind of just doing their thing out here. And without fail, every time me and Jacob are in here, someone's doing something random. Like something's going on. Like
really random.
Yes.
Like if you could think of what the most random thing someone could be doing, there's probably someone doing it.
Yeah. Like someone's probably done it here. So last time when we were here and there was that dude just dressed like full Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
This guy he had on the full, like one, the whole suit. And then he just had like his normal clothes on top of it. And so it was like disguised Spider-Man, but it wasn't because he just had his normal clothes on.
The way he was walking too, it was like so like casually NPC-ish. Whatever that word
NPC-ish.
is.
Yeah. That's a word.
But like the way he was moving his arms and everything. Like it was just like Lego character in Marvel game. Like it was so random. But I also can't say anything because I'm in like a Jedi robe right now.
True. So. He's fitting the aesthetic. Like he's fitting the community center aesthetic. So
got to.
You're with it. So yeah, that's probably my Hollow Buffalo. Jay, what about you, man? How's this past week? Only, of course.
Yeah, the week only.
How's it been for you?
For Buffalo, I'm going to go ahead and go into Buffalo.
Okay.
Because for the Buffalo, for me, I was going to say it was the movie experience. Once again, listen to the pod that will come out tomorrow. To learn a little bit more about what happened in that theater. But it was just so random, but funny. And so it was a good time. Low of the week, there really hasn't been many lows. I think for me, it's been a long week. There's been a lot happening. A little bit of exhaustion. Very, very tired, but sometimes you got to be tired to get things done. And so it's been a good time. And that kind of leads into my high as well. I'm on an internship right now. I'm finishing my first rotation. I'm about to start moving into my second one. But the first one, towards like these past couple of weeks, there's been so much goodness that has come out of it. So I couldn't be more thankful. But it's been a lot of work. I'm still working hard this final week to try and get things done. But it's been crazy. It's been a good time.
Yeah. And I gotta take a second. I gotta brag on this guy for just 1 second because like words can't even express like genuinely congratulations to you because you don't get enough people giving you flowers for it because I mean he's an intern and they do all this work and they don't get sung praises about enough, but like truly you have rocked it out of the park from what you've told me, and so congratulations, man. Like this guy,
I appreciate it.
Some stuff you can't like share a ton of details, but this guy has knocked it out of the park. he's got like one of the coolest opportunities there is out there for what he's trying to do, and he has done so well. So
Yeah.
He's killed it.
It's been a blessing. Many people helped along the way. So
awesome. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, sweet. See, Hello Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, we'll be doing that each week. Is going to be the goal.
Yeah,
so.
it's just personal. Get to know how we're doing.
Yeah.
You get to see a little bit into our personal lives. Really build that connection with y'all. So
yeah.
Sweet. We're jumping into the news now?
Yeah, a little bit of a news segment. So we're just going to cover, there's been so much that has happened since the last time we recorded.
Which was a week ago.
Crazy, eventful week. Crazy week. Definitely not longer. Not longer at all. It's been a week. So quick thing I wanted to cover, which was like kind of on a somber note, but I thought it was important. Did you hear about the passing of Tom Kane, the voice actor?
I didn't know.
Okay, so Tom Kane, voice actor, he narrated the Clone Wars, like the start of the Clone Wars, the monologues and stuff. Huge part of my childhood watching the Clone Wars growing up. He voiced Yoda and Admiral Yularen in the Clone Wars as well. He voiced Takeo in Call of Duty Zombies, which is like one of my favorite video games of all time.
That's crazy.
Which is a huge character in that game. And so he's like genuinely a legendary voice actor. He also voiced the voice of a lot of stuff at the Disney parks, so like the monorail system and like the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom.
No way.
In Florida. Yeah, it's crazy. So truly a legendary voice actor, and so I just wanted to bring that up to say just, all the love and prayer and support to his family. His legacy will live on. But obviously he'll be missed. He's been in some incredible stuff. So yeah, passing of Tom Kane, just wanted to cover that very briefly. You had told me, I think you had said you hadn't watched the Clone Wars growing up, but do you know the voice I'm talking about?
It's an iconic voice. Yeah.
So iconic.
Yeah. And if you go to the Disney parks too, iconic voice at the parks.
Yep. Iconic. So you just want to shout him out very, very briefly. So moving on to more kind of movie news. Again, we're going to cover this very briefly because this is going to be the entire pod tomorrow, but there's been some huge news at the theaters with horror movies specifically. The Backrooms and Obsession, both of them are just popping off. Both just insanely young directors with YouTube backgrounds. It's kind of crazy how they both have that overlap there, and they are just going crazy at the box office.
Yeah, taking the theater by storm.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, truly. I remember seeing a quote. I think it was when Ryan Gosling, when Project Hail Mary was first again blowing up. And he said something along the lines of like, people will go to the theaters if they know they're going to go see a good movie. Instead of all this fan service, just like posh of just kind of mid, but people actually take the time into putting a good movie, like we're seeing out of Project Hail Mary, Obsession, The Backrooms, and people are like eating it up.
All like original movies.
All original ideas, original movies, and you can see the passion behind the work.
Yeah, 100%.
Like now, this is the year for movies.
It's crazy. We're only at the halfway point of the year, and we haven't even gotten to like the crazier half. Like I think the half that a lot of people are looking forward to more.
Yeah,
and this
like
is
we're just now entering the summer. In the summer, I swear every week there's a new release.
Yeah.
That's like exciting to go see.
Just before this, like we were going over kind of mapping out week by week, and we were going over all the movies coming out, and we were just both like, dude, each episode is going to have to be like a double up movie because there's so many massive movies coming out that are going to be, we're going to have to cover all of them. So, yeah, but just want to briefly cover that. And then again, we're going to be talking about that more in tomorrow's episode. We're really setting up that this has to come out tomorrow.
Yeah,
it'll come out tomorrow.
It'll come out tomorrow.
As of when this comes out.
Yeah,
because we've said tomorrow. At this point we got to.
If we don't, we look really dumb.
Really stupid.
We look really
really bad. So just very brief news there. With horror movies. The newest trailer for Disclosure Day. Did you see like the new trailer?
I haven't yet.
Okay. I did watch it. And it looks really good. Truly. And didn't know much about this movie going into, like kind of doing research on it. You had brought it up briefly in the last podcast.
Yep.
You drafted it in
I did draft it.
Folks, if you don't know, we did do a top 5 drafting for movies of 2026 that were just going solely based off of grossing. So just movies we think that are going to earn the most money for the year. And he took Disclosure Day.
I think it was my third pick. One of the two.
Okay.
One of the two.
Okay. So he still put it in his top 5. Wasn't like a 1 or 2 spot, but after seeing the trailer, I think it'll be really good. They did release like kind of how the alien's gonna look and sound in the movie. They did like a little teaser at the very end of the trailer, and so thought it was a really cool teaser at the end there. So yeah, I think it will do well. I think the Spielberg name has a lot attached to it. Like
it does.
It's just one of those powerhouse names.
I don't remember the last film he came out with, to be honest. I think it's his first return in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have that written down. So it was in 2022, a movie called The Fabelmans. I'd never heard of that or never saw it. But yeah, 2022 was his last film, and I don't think that was a very big one. So the last time he released like a big film, who knows? But his last film in general was 4 years ago. So it's been a while. So it's been a while since he's been on the big screen. But again, he's got so much attached to his name. He's got like all the Indiana Jones movies. So Raiders specifically is probably the biggest one there. He's got Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan. He's got Catch Me If You Can, which fun fact is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Catch Me If You Can's up there for me. And a ton more. So Spielberg is up there.
Catch Me If You Can's mid.
No. Stop.
Like bottom tier Leonardo DiCaprio movie. It's kind of boring.
Bro, it's got Leo and Tom Hanks.
It's boring though.
It's not, bro. You have this guy running across the country. No, bro. Running across the country, Tom Hanks is chasing him the whole time. He's on the run. He's constantly having to figure out how he's going to dodge him next and dodge the police. Dude, Catch Me If You Can, bro, it's an incredible movie. Guys, back me up on this. Comment if you like Catch Me If You Can.
Like and subscribe that you would watch a Super Mario Galaxy movie over Catch Me If You Can.
There's no way.
I probably would.
There's no way. No, you can't say no. Take it back.
I watched Catch Me If You Can, and I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Okay, but you'd watch it over Super Mario Galaxy.
No.
What?
No.
What's one thing Super Mario Galaxy did that's good?
Childish Gambino as Yoshi.
Okay. All right. And that's better than Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. That's apparent.
I'm not saying it's better than Leonardo DiCaprio, but Leonardo DiCaprio as whatever his face is in Catch Me If You Can. Yes.
I bet Carson Teva thinks that Catch Me If You Can is better.
He probably doesn't.
Carson, did I say his last name wrong? Teva. Like and subscribe if it's Teva, or subscribe if it's Teva.
And comment if I should kiss him.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well.
But yes. So we could do a little could both going on. It's a thumbnail idea. Could both you know what I mean?
Dude, what if we both use tongue?
All right. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Catch Me If You Can is an incredible movie. I'm not.
No. We have to move on.
Moving on.
Because
okay, let us know what you think about Catch Me If You Can.
It's horrible.
It's so good.
So garbage.
It's better than Mario Galaxy.
It sucks.
Okay. All right. I'm done. Okay. New trailer for Toy Story 5 released on Tuesday of last week, maybe. Did you watch that trailer?
I did.
Okay. What did you think about it? How do you feel about Toy Story 5?
I'm still excited for it. I think Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 are almost perfect Pixar movies. Honestly, all 3 of them are probably in top 5 Pixar movies. They're genuinely that good. Toy Story 4 was kind of rough at some points. It kind of felt, it was just such a lower tier compared to the rest of the 3. But this one looks so promising, in my opinion. I love the plot idea.
plot idea they got on.
I think it's really.
I mean,
it's a really
was it?
good
Is it
idea.
not similar in 4, or was it? I don't know if I watched 4. I don't think I did.
I don't remember 4 that well, and I think it's because I chose to distance it from the rest of the franchise. But it was just the idea of like Woody running away. There's like the carnival. There's like the bunnies, the bunny and duck.
Okay.
They were pretty funny.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully they do.
Editor, that's definitely not Will. Pull up picture of Bunny and Duck from Toy Story.
I'll pull it up. That's
along,
not sorry.
Along with
not
Miss
me.
Piggy.
Okay.
Okay.
If you don't understand, give the first podcast a listen.
Don't worry, the first pod's super short.
Yeah, it's
only an hour 50 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, quick listen. Not too bad at all.
But yeah,
the one we filmed last week.
Yeah.
That pod.
Yeah. The one not a month ago, but last week.
The last week one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Toy Story 5, I think it looks promising, so I'm going in super excited to see it.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it looked incredible. I thought the graphics were stunning. I had seen a clip of Toy Story 1 randomly for whatever reason, and the graphics side by side is insane. Like the just development of graphics, wild.
Yeah, which is crazy because like the movies are made like 2 years apart.
Okay. I don't know. I just thought I thought it was crazy, but all right, whatever, dude. Whatever. Let me see what else did I have on this. Oh, Tom Hanks said that it was one of the most heartbreaking movies, or it had one of the most heartbreaking scenes he's ever seen. Toy Story 5.
No way.
Yeah, he did say, Tom Hanks said that, which he's been around cinema for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
you know, Tom Hanks in almost every single role in every movie he's in, I like.
Specifically,
besides Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
It's so garbage.
No, it's so good.
It's actually just
he's so good
bad.
in that movie. He's so. When did you watch it?
So
when did
bad.
You watch it?
Like probably like November, December.
Oh, you watched it recently?
Yeah.
That one scene where they're in the same room and Leo's character is like talking to him, like he's basically selling himself as a detective, and Tom Hanks is like, "Oh, we got to catch this guy," and they're talking, and then Leo runs, and it's so good. It's so good, and Tom Hanks is chasing him around everywhere. Catch Me If You Can is an incredible. What is this thing? Okay, what is that on Rotten Tomatoes? What do you think it has on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's probably high for no reason at all.
It's high because it's good. It is 96 critics, 89 audience. My brother.
Yeah, it's kind of mid.
Yeah. It's such a good movie. I love that movie. Anyways, gotta move on. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for Toy Story 5 as well. I don't think they're gonna stray too far away from like the characters and like kind of their original framework of the movie. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I don't think so. I think they tried that a little bit with Toy Story 4, and they saw how the results of that one went. I can literally pull it up. I think all the Toy Stories are in like the 90% Rotten Tomatoes,
except for
4. Take it back.
Wait, critics or audience?
It's 94% Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. Which is probably audience, or is that critics?
Rotten Tomatoes is normally critics.
I just wonder which one they have.
The audience score is probably a lot lower than the actual Rotten Tomatoes.
Probably. Fire.
Toy Story 4 audience score. If I can find it.
It's whatever. It's probably a little lower though, I would think.
Yeah. Okay, this is 97% Rotten Tomatoes. But we know not to look at Rotten Tomatoes because once again, like Michael, for example.
Facts.
Low Rotten Tomatoes, high audience.
That's true. But yeah, Toy Story 5, excited for. Next thing I wanted to ask you about specifically, you had said you were going to be kind of excited for this. Spider Noir came out last week on, I think it was Prime Video. I think it was Monday of last week. You had said you were excited about this. Have you heard anything about it?
I've seen some clips from it. I've yet to watch it, but I've seen the ratings for the show.
Yeah.
And they are good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the option to watch it in color and black and white is such a good idea that they have too. But I've only heard good things about the show.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah. No, I haven't seen much about it at all. I just was wondering because you were super high on it. You were like really looking forward to it. I was excited for it as well. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is actually my favorite movie of all time. So I was really excited for it.
Nicolas Cage might go down as the best Spider-Man.
All right, that's probably the worst take you've ever said. Here we go. Let us know what you think about Spider Noir. I don't think Nicolas Cage is going to be the best Spider-Man of all time.
I think he will be.
All right. Well, we'll see. Let us know if you think Nicolas Cage is the best Spider-Man. All right. Last thing I wanted to go over for news. In our last podcast, Jacob had said, again, on our rankings for the highest grossing movies, he had put was Odyssey your number one?
It was my number two. I went Spider-Man Brand New Day for number one. Yeah.
It's a good pick. So there's been some news recently for the Odyssey. It has officially been announced that it will be rated R. Odyssey will be a rated R movie.
No way.
And so I wanted to ask what you thought about this, and if you think this will affect the turnout for the movie, how you think this will affect the movie as a whole, and if you're kind of nervous about it now, what you're thinking about it.
I don't think it being rated R is going to deter people away from the movie. I think if people want to go see the movie, they'll find a way to go see it. Whether that's their parents bringing them in. Honestly, if Oppenheimer was rated PG-13, there's a good chance that one should have been rated R. I don't exactly know the rating for Oppenheimer, but I don't think it's going to really deter anyone away.
Sure.
I think a lot of people forget that ratings even exist.
Yeah. Rated R is a jump, though. It's a big one.
I think Toy Story 5, in like the same conversation, I think I saw something that said it might be the first one that's not rated G.
I think that is confirmed. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be PG.
It's going to be PG.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people nowadays, especially as you start to get a little bit older, you just kind of ignore ratings.
It's fair. Yeah, like most people that are probably interested in Oppenheimer, Odyssey, that probably won't affect too much. So that's fair. I did think it was interesting. I think it's going to deter it from being a family movie. I don't think as many like families are going to go watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was its main demographic anyways. So I don't know if it's going to impact it too bad, but I thought that was interesting. I was surprised by that. So
I was. At the end of the day, I feel pretty safe with my pick still, knowing what your second pick was in the draft,
which we're actually about to go over.
Yep.
Yeah, huge swing and a miss on me. Also, dude, it is like my eyes are like so dry and like, dude, it's like almost 4 a.m. right now.
It is almost 4 a.m.
It is. Yeah, it's late. Yeah, my eyes are like cooked. All right, so we want to go ahead and get into it. The main event of the evening. The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Once again, first Star Wars movie we've gotten in theaters in 7 years.
7 years.
So that alone is exciting. If you're even a fan of Star Wars at all, you should have probably already seen the movie. Once again, we're going to be diving in depth. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to stop listening because like a lot of conversation from here on out is going to be going over what happened in the movie. But before we dive into our ratings, I just want to go over how much it's made in its first almost month. Not month, like 2 to 3 weeks of it coming out. It came out May 22nd.
Yeah, that's right.
Around then. So it's been a little bit since this came out, and so far it's made $250 million worldwide.
Globally, yeah.
Yeah, 140 of that domestically. And so far it's the 7th highest grossing movie this year, with movies like Devil Wears Prada 2 kind of clearing it by a decent amount, and even Hoppers still making more money. We already see the movie slowing down in terms of how much it's making, which is crazy to think that a Star Wars movie is performing this low, especially when it's this first one that's came out in 7 years.
It's not a good look at all.
It's
Like
not a good look.
it's sad because Star Wars used to have such a power to it. Like it's almost like a fail-safe movie where if the movie had Star Wars attached to it, it was gonna hit a certain threshold.
Just like Marvel movies. I
Exactly.
think we all expect them to hit a threshold, or at least they did in the Infinity War saga. Maybe not so much nowadays. But yeah, it's just kind of depressing to see it performing this low.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd written down I'd seen that it only made around $25 million in a second weekend, which is unreal.
Yeah.
That was like staggeringly low. Because it would need to make, I saw online, it would need to make anywhere between like 450 to 500 million to break even.
Yeah.
So to make any sort of profit, it would need to make another like $500 million.
Yeah, it needs to like double
Yeah.
what it's already made.
Well, it would need to double to break even, which is probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Do you think a lot of people are just waiting for it to come available on like Disney Plus?
yeah, yeah, I think it's gonna I think the whole reliance on streaming platforms is gonna backfire on Disney. I think if they've relied so heavily on platforms, people have watched so much content on platforms, especially Star Wars. That's why we haven't seen a Star Wars movie in 7 years. Everything's been on the platform. So they've kind of conditioned everyone now. I think maybe unknowingly, and it's kind of backfiring on them to be like, oh, we'll just wait until it's out on
Yeah.
Disney Plus. And because of that, they're suffering a lot at the box office.
Yeah. And even hearing initial reviews before I went to go see it, a lot of people's biggest complaint was like it was good, but like it just felt like the quality of the TV show, just like an extended version of it. And so if that's what people are hearing about the movie, they're like, why not just wait till it gets on Disney Plus if I'm gonna be watching it like a TV show anyways?
Yeah, people don't really have a hurry to go watch it. There's
Yeah.
no, I think that was their biggest trip up with this movie is that the end of the Mandalorian show ended on a pretty sound note, and there wasn't a lot to be desired with those characters, with Mandalorian, with Grogu. I think it literally ended with with Mandalorian on a back porch, and Grogu was like using the Force on a frog, and that was it. And it was kind of like a happily ever after shot, and the camera zoomed out, and that was it. And I think that they just messed. I think it was not that the movie was bad, but I think it was just wrong place, wrong time. I think that they were expecting this to be an anchor of a movie, like, oh, we can rely on this to be a Star Wars movie that goes and breaks the box office, and that everyone's just flocking to it because it's a Star Wars movie. But in reality, there wasn't a big pull to go see it. There wasn't like, I need to watch this to catch up. Like you had said, it's kind of like a episode, of the show, just kind of drawn out that length. And so people weren't really they didn't have a big desire to go see it. There's not a rush to theater. They can bank on it being on a streaming platform at some point. Yeah, and there just wasn't a lot to be desired by the characters that they left us off with from the show. And so it was a fun move. I mean, it was a fun ride, it was not it was kind of a nothing burger. It was just nothing really was going on. It was like there wasn't any massive takeaways from the movie of like, oh, now they could do this. It was just kind of like, oh, it was a self-contained like little thing. It was kind of like a filler episode from the show just drawn out to a movie. So
yeah,
it's kind of how I was thinking.
I get what you're saying. Let us know if you saw it in theaters. For me personally, I wasn't gonna miss the opportunity to watch an extended Star Wars piece of media in a theater. I've been waiting a long time to see something like that again. So I was excited. So I guess now to get into our ratings, me and Will, we didn't watch the movie together. We wanted to keep our reactions and ratings a surprise. For this moment right here.
Yeah. So without further ado, so here are our rankings for the Mandalorian and Grogu. We're gonna give our letterbox rating. So it's kind of like a letterbox on 3, which if you don't know, letterbox is a rating platform online. It's out of 5 stars, and you could put halves of stars. So you could do, for example, 2, 2.5, or 3.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be an even, exact number of stars. So without further ado, yeah. So here's our reviews for Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie. I guess we'll go on 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
4.
3, and 3 out of 5. So
Okay.
So what did you think about it?
I mean, first off, I just want to say, and I'm coming out swinging right off the bat. I think that's my 5th favorite Star Wars movie of all time. If y'all watched the last episode of the pod, I gave my expectations of what I wanted from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I wanted it to be this standalone piece where we see bounty hunter action. We just see the Mandalorian do Mandalorian things. We see Grogu get involved, and I think it delivered on that perfectly. I think the plot was entertaining. I saw a ton of bounty hunter action. I think it really was what I wanted to see out of the Book of Boba Fett, like I was explaining in the last episode, where we really get looks at bounty hunters interacting with one another. And it was fun. And I'm glad that they can't take this and like spin it off into some separate thing that you said it was almost like a nothing burger. I'm almost glad that it was just a standalone film, almost like Rogue One, where like they really can't build off of it. It's its own story. And it delivered. And that's why I rated it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 isn't that big of a thing, but top 5.
Top 5.
At the number 5?
At the number 5.
Yeah.
And my rating goes Rogue One.
What are your top 5 Star Wars movies? What you got?
Rogue One, number 1. For those of you mad at it, just watch it again.
It's good.
It is one of the best Star Wars stories of all time. Number 2 is Empire Strikes Back. Number 3 is Revenge of the Sith. The number 4 is Return of the Jedi. With number 5 coming in Mandalorian and Grogu.
Crazy. I'm just not expecting that at all.
And then right after that, we have The Force Awakens. Which is better than A New Hope. Which is actually better than A New Hope.
Yeah. No.
It is. Why'd you give it a 3 out of 5?
Saying that?
Like, what'd you not
because
like
it's
about
because
it?
it's good, but it's nothing. It's not a 4. I might get out of the theater. I give it a 3.5.
What could it do better to make it a 4? Is it just the fact that it is standalone?
No, it's just the context of like when it came out and everything around the movie, not necessarily the movie itself. I think what it was going for, it did well, but I don't really agree with what it was going for when it was going for it. Like, I don't think this was the time for like a run around, do some random stuff kind of movie. I think this was like a need of like, hey, it's been 7 years since we saw Star Wars on the big screen. We need a pillar that's going to bring people back to Star Wars. And, you know, the Mandalorian and Grogu kind of had a good ending to their story at the end of the show. Like, they had a good ending. No one's really like desiring to see them again. I think when people see Mandalorian and Grogu movies out, people are like, oh, like, okay, like, cool. Kind of like we were just saying, like, we'll wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. But the movie had some great moments and it was fun. And I walked out of the theater being like, yeah, it was good. Like, I had a fun time.
Yeah,
like,
let me play devil's advocate here for a second.
Okay.
Because it sounds like what contributed to you lowering the rating was just the timing, the environment, the build up to it, not the actual movie itself. So let's just say I was sitting in a bathtub, depressed, watching Mandalorian and Grogu, and I gave it a 2 because of that environment. Would you justify that?
It's not the same thing at all.
It's the exact same.
It's not the same thing at all.
It's the exact
no,
same
it's
thing.
not.
You are taking.
No, it's not.
You're taking the movie away.
No, because it's the context of the actual franchise. Like, that's totally different. This isn't about personal, like, standings. This is about the standing of the franchise they're making the movie in, which they have control over. Like, me being in a bathtub being depressed, they have no control over my situation. They do have control over what movie they're releasing, when they're releasing it.
But it's a good movie. They delivered on it perfectly.
I just don't think that's what they should have been delivering on. I disagree with their like, I disagree with their vision and their like execution and when they're executing it. And the box office numbers, they line up with that. The fact it's doing so poorly, people just aren't flocking to go see it. And if it were that good, as good as you're saying, the second weekend wouldn't have been as low as it was. Jay, the second weekend was $25 million grossing. $25 million the second weekend. If it was good after that first week, a lot of people would have come to see the movie the second weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. Grogu merchandise probably made more than that second weekend.
Grogu merchandise probably made more than the whole movie did.
But I think as a movie itself, it delivered on what it was supposed to be, which is why I gave it a 4 out of 5. Do I think this is what...
And that's what you were looking for that too.
Yeah.
I will say that on the last podcast, Jacob was saying that he was looking for like just a random side quest movie, which that's what he was looking for. And I think it did that.
When I took away my expectations of what I wanted Star Wars to go ahead and produce in media, like if I was the head of Lucasfilm, making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie as the first Star Wars movie in 7 years wouldn't have been my approach. But if I try and distance myself away from that and just go in and be like, okay, this is what we're getting, and I'm gonna rate it brutally honest, 4 out of 5.
Sir, I disagree. I don't think it's not 4.
Same guy who rates Catch Me If You Can.
So good. Oh, that movie's so good. I love that movie. Also, this movie should have came out in between seasons 1 and 2 of the show. Bro, when did season 3 of the show come out? When did season 3? Hang on. This movie just should have came out sooner. Dude, season 3 of Mando came out in March of 2023. 3 years ago. And it didn't end on like a cliffhanger. It didn't end on like I want to see more of like what's going to happen with these characters. It ended on like a good note. Yeah. And so people are like, oh, like, you know, I don't really, which again, the box office numbers reflect it, but
it's good. It's standalone. They can't mess it up.
It just should have happened at a different time. But it was fine. Like I watched the movie with my brother and we had a great time. Yeah. And me and my brother are both huge Star Wars fans. We grew up with Star Wars since we were really young. Getting to see it with him was super fun. Like you were saying, you know, I wouldn't miss out on the opportunity to go see Star Wars again on the big screen in 7 years. And we both left and we were like, yeah, it was good. And one thing I want to praise the movie on, which I guess we can go ahead and get into comments or whatever. Yeah. But I think that my biggest thing that I was nervous they were going to do was over rely on Grogu. And I thought they were going to the camera was going to be fixated on him. He was just going to be doing funny stuff like forcing a frog like he did at the end of the show. Yep. But they didn't do that. And I have to give them huge props because they did not over rely on Grogu.
That was like my top point. It's like the balance that they gave for the Mandalorian and Grogu, I think was perfect. We saw a lot more Mandalorian than we did Grogu, I feel like. And it was balanced. Their interactions were balanced. They both had their moments. The Mandalorian had his moments. Grogu had his moment when he was taking care as a Mandalorian in that one part of the movie where he was like poisoned or whatnot. It was just extremely balanced.
Don't like that sequence, by the way. I didn't like it.
Why not?
There's just some random creature in the woods who has the antidote to the poison. Not convenient.
Dude, one of the dopest characters in the whole movie.
He was chill. Should he have been there? No. That was dumb.
No, he was.
That was really stupid.
And I think like the homage to like Yoda.
Still
pretty cool.
Still should have been there.
It's pretty cool.
Cool, but shouldn't have been.
It's cool.
It was just really convenient. There were so many moments. That was like one of the biggest things of the movie. Was there a lot of just like plot points and holes that it didn't really make sense.
I think that scene was like vital towards like the growth of Grogu as a character, though.
Also,
like you see how he like developed into that scene. Like a lot of what we've seen in the Mandalorian season in the past is a lot of reliance on the Mandalorian from Grogu. But this was a moment for Grogu to like become his own person, take care of himself, take care of the Mandalorian, and also like the force healing, the force powers, building the shelter. But that was just character growth.
dude, my eyes are so cooked. I can't, dude. My eyes are like, oh, sorry. I just know I'm looking at you with like dead eyes right now. I just, but yeah, I like. It's a good point.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like I could look at the first 3 seasons of The Mandalorian and kind of see how, like, especially in the 3rd season, it was just like, okay, are we starting to really make Grogu just like some like cute money grab? I was a little bit disappointed at first when they stepped away from the whole Grogu becoming a Jedi. Actually getting trained by Luke.
And I was not homage to Yoda.
Yeah, that one confused me a little bit, but I feel like this movie almost redeemed that in a way of where you see Grogu once again becoming his own character. He still has that strong reliance on the Force, and I think that was super cool to see.
Sure, it's a good point. I'll give it to you. I just still don't think that really cool character should have been there, and I think it was just really convenient.
He was like one of the best characters in the movie.
He was cool. I actually liked him a lot.
Yeah.
He just shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, the rocking chair.
He was chill.
He was so chill.
Cool guy. He was just the only guy out there. And he happened to be like right next to Grogu because Grogu can only walk like so slow. And he's like right there. Oh, and he knows the antidote. I just wasn't a fan. I don't know. There were some moments like that. Like, I think there were some moments where Grogu like could have used the Force and he didn't. And he knows how to use the Force, but he uses it at like kind of funny moments. And he doesn't use it like the biggest one, I think, was when Mando and Rada, which again, Rada's such a cool character. We'll talk about him in a second.
Yeah.
But when they were fighting in the gladiator ring and Grogu was like in that little cage, he could have like used the Force somewhere in there and
I think
helped out somebody.
Builds into Grogu's development. I think when we see Grogu use the Force, it's not out of like personal will, like ever. There's always something that sparks him to use it.
What do you mean?
Like emotional attachment causes Grogu to use the Force. It's still like, I feel like this internal battle where he was getting trained to be a Jedi, but Grogu's desire is to be with the Mandalorian, to be a Mandalorian, and that Force really strongly comes out in an emotional situation. The Force healing, he used the Force to save the Mandalorian. The other time we see Grogu use the Force is to raise Rada back up. And throughout the movie, you can see Grogu develop an emotional attachment to Rada throughout the movie.
No, that one scene on the beach was cool.
It was pretty cute.
That was like, he was giving like heavy uncle vibes.
Yeah.
Like fun uncle.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And so I think like the whole movie, like the balance of the Mandalorian with Grogu, but also the buildup of Grogu as a character, you see him developing into more of his own individual person. But I also like seeing a little bit of his eternal battle of being a Mandalorian versus a Jedi, and seeing when he chooses to use more of his Jedi abilities compared to the abilities, or not necessarily abilities, but the things he's used to being around the Mandalorian.
I like that suit up scene where he puts on the big like shield thing and he like tightens up his rope thing and he's all like ready to go. That was cool. He was dripped out. He had all the gear on and everything. Yeah. He's kind of like striking a balance between using both. There's some cool scenes.
Which is also why I rated the movie that highly, because I think we talked about it in the last part too, was just like the fear of what they might do with Grogu in the movie. If it was going to be too much Grogu. But I think the way they portrayed Grogu and were building him up throughout the whole movie, they did it so perfectly and well balanced.
Sure. But how do you think Grogu's character was different from the start to like the end of the movie? Like, what do you think? How did his character progress? What do you think he learned in the movie? Like at the end of the movie, how is he like different?
He's becoming more like individualistic, like less dependent, which is something we really hadn't seen of Grogu too much in the actual Mandalorian show.
That's fair. I did agree. That was a good, like, when the Mandalorian had all the poison and he was like passed out, it was a good chance for Grogu to kind of, Baby Yoda, whatever, for him to kind of be his own character.
Yeah, so I think it's also like the idea that like, the rumors of like Yoda species being like the Force species, being like the Jedi species. And sometimes we could look at the Mandalorian show and we could be like, you know, Grogu's not like he's smart, but he's kind of stupid sometimes. Like this was like the first time where you really see that like that baby's smart. Like he can take care of himself and he knows what he's doing. But once again, he's still like a baby.
Plot armor. Smart.
I mean, obviously they're not gonna kill off Grogu.
Exactly.
But to see him become more like a Jedi, those thinking abilities, how he was able to survive, protect Mando, despite the twins hunting him. I also still think it all still pays homage to Yoda. You can see how smart that species is. And I think you can give an insight into actually how wise that species can become too. Like you see baby Yoda, Grogu, and then you see Yoda, and you can clearly see there's a disparity in how old they actually are and how much wisdom they actually have. Like Yoda's way older than baby Grogu, but you can already see baby Grogu doing some things that are highly intelligent and not even some Jedis can do.
Such as?
Yariel Poof. Pull up a picture of Yariel Poof.
Bro's just giving me homework at this point. Wait, but like what does Grogu do that like no other Jedi can do?
Like their survival skills, his Force abilities, Force healing.
Which wasn't in the original 6 movies.
Yeah, but that's a like canon-wise, that's a rare Force ability.
It's fair. Not so rare since Disney got a whole Star Wars, but fair.
Like the ability to like at that age like lift up Rada like that.
Remind me what scene that was in. When did you lift him up?
It was at the very end of the scene. Everybody was in their own fight. In some way of capacity. Baby Grogu versus like the wolf. You had the Mandalorian versus Embo. And then you had Rada versus the twins.
Oh yeah.
And then they all fell down.
That's right. And then you lift them out of the big snake.
Yeah.
Dude. Mando, without plot armor, I don't think he's surviving that. That thing was, there's no way. Come on, dude, there's no way.
But that's something I wanted to get into too, was I think one way the movie succeeded was like, obviously, like I think bounty hunters might be the coolest class in all of Star Wars. But I think the movie really showed how advantageous it is for a bounty hunter to have a jump. When Mandalorian has a jump, on most characters, he absolutely just kicks butt. Like, it's so easy for him. But the Mandalorian got his butt handed to when Embo had to jump on him. And I think it just goes to show, like, how advantageous it is for a bounty hunter to have a jump on someone. It doesn't matter how good you are.
But with the snake, he didn't have the jump. With the snake, he, like, fell in, and then they had, like, a stare down. The snake was, like, towering over him. Like, when he first got dropped down there.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's just getting fried. Like, without if this wasn't a movie, if he didn't have to survive, I don't think Mando's killing that. Like, dude, that thing was, like, massive. I'll pull up a picture of it. I'll pull up a picture of that shot right there. Because that thing was, like, I don't think that was something me and my brother were both talking about when the movie ended. Like, we were talking about kind of different plot holes, like plot armor. That was a moment. Another moment was...
But you could say that about a lot of movies, too.
I mean, yeah, granted.
Like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
I mean, fair.
There's no way Harry Potter's climbing the Chamber of Secrets and that snake is missing him every single time.
That's fair. Speaking of missing every single time, this segues great into my other plot armor moment that really just was like, I was like, dude. At the very beginning, when he's on the AT-ST, and, like, it's like every shot of the AT-AT is like, it's the other, it's like, guys. Like, I know Stormtroopers have bad aim, but it's like, guys, like, do you know what scene I'm talking about? Do you remember that where he's under them and they're shooting at him and he's
dodging?
It's like everywhere he's not it's just so like, and like me and my brother, we looked at each other in the theater. We were like, dude,
But why don't you hold that same grudge compared to other Star Wars movies? This is something we see in every Star Wars movie.
No, I'm not saying
Stormtroopers miss. They've never hit a single shot.
I mean,
it happens in every movie. If you look at The New Hope,
but that one was egregious.
Yeah, has the most outrageous example I think I've seen in A New Hope.
Which one?
Han Solo in front of the Millennium Falcon.
That was
when
really
Luke
funny.
and Obi-Wan first board.
That was really
and
bad.
there's about like 6 stormtroopers, and they're all firing at him, and he has like no cover, and they somehow don't hit him.
See, but the difference is that we're in the middle of a story at A New Hope of characters that we want to see where they're going and we care about. Mando, like
it's the beginning of the movie they're gonna miss.
I know. But it's also Mando, and they ended his story great in season 3. I just will never get over
also, like, the hallway scene at the beginning of the movie was pretty sick.
That was sick. That was fire.
I'm glad they gave Mandalorian a hallway scene.
That with the fire everywhere, and he, like, no-look, like, shoots the guy.
Yeah.
I saw someone saying that was a scene of, like, Space Batman, which I think at his peak, that's what Mando is. He's Space Batman.
Which is why I also enjoyed the movie. It was just Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter. It was cool.
It was just Bounty
But, dude, there were so many shots. Like, do, like, 2 or 3. They did, like, it was just at least, like, 5 or 6. I was just like, you got to make the plot armor at least a little less.
Maybe you're...
A little less. Like,
maybe you're just, like, underestimating his dodging ability.
Or I'm underestimating how bad stormtroopers
those things move pretty slow.
Yeah, but...
And his vehicles move
I'm just underestimating how bad stormtroopers are at aiming, honestly. Yeah, I also had just, like, plot armor of, like, there's just no way some random dude in the wilderness is going to know some magic cure to, like, the snake. I mean, there's just... Come on. Like, he was a cool character. I'm not taking that away from you, but you have to admit, that was very convenient. Very convenient.
It was.
It was a cool character. I'm giving that to you. Cool character. There were just a lot of very convenient moments in the movie where I was just like, it's like, yeah, all right. You know, it's like, let it slide. I'll let that pass. Okay, I'll let it, okay. And then it just got to the point where it's just like, it's only so many times I'm like, you know, like it's a movie moment, you know. I don't know. I just felt like there were a lot of them in this movie that kind of detracted a little bit. But
I can see that.
But you know, another thing was just that, like, okay, honestly, here was how I was in the movie. Like, literally, like 90% through the movie, like I was like, I love that. This is a great movie. Like, I was high on it, and like near the end of the movie, it just kind of hit me like a train. I was like, it just kind of hit me how like insignificant the movie is. I was like, nothing really changed like before and after the movie. Like, and I know that was a big plus for you. Like, it was self-contained. It was like, you know, one thing. I don't. 58 minutes. Okay, we're gonna cut the video and then just restart it. Hang on.
All right, jumping back.
We're back.
We are so back.
After the hour cut off. Didn't make no more rookie mistakes.
No more rookie mistakes. We got video this time.
Yep. Got video. Not gonna cut it off. Yeah, anyways, I was just talking about how I just felt like I didn't have a lot of takeaways for the characters. And that it didn't make me like excited for another project with those characters. Like, I think that was like the takeaway. Like, I didn't want to like see more Mando. I didn't want to see more Grogu, because I know if I did, it would just be them doing kind of that again. You know,
But it's fun.
It's fun, but it's like, it just doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's just like, all right, like, cool, you know? It's cool, it's fun, it's, you know, again, I just don't think that's the movie. 7 years after no Star Wars movies, and 3 years since the final season aired, and it had a conclusive ending, not leaving us hungry for any more, you know, on-screen time with the characters. I think Star Wars fans, and the box office numbers show that, I think Star Wars fans were just wanting more of a spectacle, more of like a, you know, truly like a dent of a movie that's like impactful to the characters we've gotten to know.
Yeah, but you have to remember, I think they're trying to ease back into it, because the last time they really tried to make something meaningful, people still hate it. And that's episodes 7, 8, and 9. So take a step back and look at one of their more successful TV shows.
7 succeeded because it was just A New Hope again.
Yeah.
And it was better. It was worse.
But better.
Way worse.
But better. But to take a step back and be like, okay, we have these characters that have a ton of love and we can make just their own standalone movie where it's just them on a cool adventure together, I think isn't a bad call at all for them to step back into the theaters once again. Get a gauge on response.
But no one's stepping into the theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's stepping into the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to get your gauge on, though, because this honestly caught me by surprise. Did you expect John Coin to be like the Imperial spy?
Is that in the sequels?
No, this is in the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Sorry, I think you were talking about that one guy where he's like, "I'm the spy." It's like such a meme because he was so stupid.
Oh, that's General Hux.
Hux, thank you.
Yeah.
Who is this guy you're talking about?
So John Coin, he's like the main villain in the Mandalorian and Grogu. You know, they're on Rada.
Oh,
He's trying to say Rada. They finally say Rada, and Rada's like, "Yo, the guy you're looking for is John Coin."
Yeah, dude, I hated that.
You hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, it caught me by surprise. I actually didn't see that one coming.
It was okay. Talk about convenient. That was maybe the most convenient thing in the whole movie. It's like, what are the chances? The one guy you're looking for.
But I think that was important for the development of Rada. That moment.
See, I think this is a common thing. I think like I agree with a lot of your points of like, this is impactful for this character because of this, but like them getting to that point, I think it's just as important as the point itself. I think the way they're getting to all of these points is like way too convenient. I'm giving you the latter half of that like, oh, this is impactful to the character because it's doing this. Fair. But like, I think they're just shortcutting their way every time of like, oh, Mando's looking for this character. Oh, he's tied in with the Hutts and he's there. And like, it's super just convenient. Like, he just happens to be the guy. Like, you know, there were so many cards that, you know, Mando could have gotten at that time. Like the fact that that's the one. And Rada's like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Like, this is the guy you're looking for. It's like, you know, all right. You know, it just adds to my list of like, okay, all right, fine. And it just wears down at some point where it's just like, I understand the impact, but I think the job of the writers and the directors is making that like digestible and making that like, okay, I can buy that. You know, I understand what they're selling. It's just like buying it.
They do have to make a movie flow though. They want to be able connect the dots.
But I don't think you have to sacrifice one for the other. I think you can make a movie flow and make it make sense.
Okay, so just taking it back, if you could take an approach that Mandalorian has successfully grabbed Rada. He's planning on taking them back to the twins. Because in this moment, that's when Rada jolts out the information. Actually, like, Johnny's your guy. Let's go back. I've been to his crib. I can show you where it is. Instead of going in that direction, what direction are you going in?
That's not my job. I'm not the writer.
You're not the writer, but what would you have wanted to see? Because I think that was a pretty good twist. Because the only other way I see into it is them actually taking Rada back to the twins and it building up from there. But then we wouldn't have gone to see this redemption arc from Rada that I think made the movie so great.
I loved Rada. Rada was great.
And I think you couldn't have had that redemption arc without that moment right there in the movie.
But I think you could have that moment served up better. The lead up to that moment could have been more, it could have been less convenient, you know? But I love Rada. I think the turnaround of his character was great. He was a cool guy. He was a fun guy. You know, I mean, again, he had a lot of great moments with Grogu, and I thought it was great.
I think one of the best interpretations of a Hutt we've seen.
Really cool.
It was
Although
super unique.
Seeing him speak English the whole time was kind of weird.
The voice threw me off at first.
The voice was weird. Yeah, especially at the very beginning. I kind of got used to it as it went on.
Yeah.
But they had to do that because you're not going to hear someone going, oh, and the subtitles the whole time. Yeah. It's just not going to work. So I get it. I get why it was English the whole time. But the voice at the beginning, I was like, oh, yeah, weird. But I understood why they had to do it because you just can't have a different language. So
that's true.
No.
There's two more things that I made a note of.
Go for it.
The first one is, what did you think about the intro to a movie not being your traditional Star Wars intro, but being a standalone Mandalorian intro? No scrolling credits, anything like that, but being unique to the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yeah, it was one of my notes. Right after I came out of the movie, that was one of the things I jotted down. I agree that I think the scroll should only be reserved for the main movies. So I actually liked it, although I thought it was too much. It just looked like it was like you could make that in about 5 minutes. Like anyone could. I just thought it was very simple. Like I don't know how you spice that up and make it look more appealing and more anticipating of oh, I want to see what's going on in this movie. I just felt like it was very basic.
I will say,
But
I went in thinking I was gonna see it. I didn't see it, but I was almost glad I didn't see it. I was like, makes sense.
Didn't
This is
see
standalone.
the
The
scroll.
scrolling credits, or scrolling intro. But I do agree when I did see the intro for the Mandalorian, it didn't feel very Star Wars movie to me.
Didn't feel like epic. It didn't feel like it didn't feel like Welcome Back after 7 years. It didn't feel like that.
TV showish. But once
As did much
again,
of the movie.
like you said, I don't know how I would have changed that either.
Yeah. So to give them credit.
I really can't knock on points.
But again, that's not really our job.
Yeah.
To figure out. It's you guys just gotta make it. Again, you want it to feel like, hey, it's been 7 years. Welcome back. Making it a cool intro. Which it wasn't that it was bad. I agree with the choice of not making a scroll. I just don't really know how you make it cooler, but I think they could have. Yeah. And they should have.
There is a way. Don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. But they could have had the background be Mando traveling to the point where the movie starts, had his ship flying in the background, something. I don't know. There's ways to do it, just or maybe have the hyperdrive shot of the hyperdrive and or going through hyperspace with the blue and all that, and the text is over them going through hyperspace, to where the movie starts, something to where it's where that screen is the prelude to the movie, and then it's then they arrive the planet where the movie starts or something like that. But it was just black screen, yellow text. I was like, okay, it's just I think the reason the scroll works so well is because the background is space, and then when the scroll is done, it pans down to the planet they're on, and then the movie starts. It's I think they got to have something like that,
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. And then the final thing I wanted to bring up, Ludwig freaking Göransson.
Oh, is he the composer?
Composer.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think he's already in the GOAT conversation?
He's up there.
He's already up there for sure. If y'all don't know Ludwig Göransson, he's 41 years old. He has been in so many good movies. In fact, he already has 3 Oscar wins under his belt. Just as a reference, John Williams has 5. Hans Zimmer only has 2. What Ludwig has won an Oscar for has been Black Panther, Sinners, and Oppenheimer. We've seen Ludwig being Christopher Nolan's kind of new favorite person to target for movies. With Oppenheimer, I think Ludwig is doing the score for the Odyssey as well.
I think he just did one for the Backrooms. Or maybe it was Obsession. I think it was one of the two.
Yeah.
I think it was one of them. So
but that diversity that we see from Ludwig. I mean, once again, I said in the last pod too, I think Sinners might be one of my favorite movies ever made. That has such a unique soundtrack to it. And to go from something like Sinners and then producing The Mandalorian, which that one song in The Mandalorian, I forget what it's called in this movie. It's kind of a banger. Played in the end credit scenes. They played it multiple times throughout the movie. It's kind of like that upbeat Star Wars club music.
Okay. Oh, was it the one they played when they got to the planet that Rod was on?
Yeah.
That was a banger.
Banger.
I didn't know that was him. I actually didn't know the movie was him.
Yeah. I mean, he produced the original. He did the TV show as well. You can actually look up Ludwig's when he was first making the Mandalorian theme. There's a video of him talking about it and kind of going into detail about his thought process. Sorry. I've watched it. Very interesting video.
Sorry, I think I look like an idiot. He did not do either of the horror movies I just said. But for what I was thinking of was Backrooms, it was Kane Parsons, the guy who made it, and then this guy named Ido Van Bremen. So I was getting them mixed up in my head. It's kind of similar names. What was Ludwig? What was the name? Ludwig
Göransson, I believe.
Got it. So not actually similar at all. I'm just a burger, but
yeah,
it's good.
Definitely already in the GOAT conversation at 41 years old.
What has he done again? Remind me.
His Oscar wins have been for Black Panther, Sinners, and Oppenheimer.
Oh, he did Black Panther. Did he do it with Kendrick? I know Kendrick did Black Panther.
Yeah, like he was the one who like helped compose all of that.
Oh, okay.
Obviously he works a lot with Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler loves using him. Christopher Nolan's used him for Tenet, Oppenheimer, The Odyssey, Black Panther, Venom. He did Turning Red for Pixar. He might be involved with Toy Story 5. Maybe. I have to double check that. But already he's been doing some major franchises and already 3 Oscar wins. Working with Christopher Nolan.
Wow. So you said he's doing The Odyssey as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So only 41 years old. I think we're going to see a good future out of Ludwig.
I did not know he was that like accredited. I also didn't know he did Mando. I didn't know he did that soundtrack. Yeah. No, I had no idea he was that, accredited and stuff.
Yeah. Also, Hans Zimmer having 2 Oscars is egregious.
That is crazy. How much does Ludwig have?
3.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. He's only 40. Is crazy. Yeah, I mean, he'll probably do pretty good stuff. I'm just like, I feel stupid for not knowing this guy. I just don't like the name doesn't really register. I mean, it will now.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that huge, but
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I like double take on my thoughts of him after the Odyssey. But even so far, even with some of like the nicks I can throw at the Odyssey from the trailers I've seen, the score sounds pretty sick.
It sounds epic. It sounds like it matches the movie. The story they're going for.
And Ludwig cooks. Like his ranges.
He has cooked.
It's
We're gonna see if he does cook. I mean, he's got a good track record. So, dude, we haven't talked about the best part of Mando and Grogu. Dude, his name is Carson Teva.
Carson Teva.
He's sitting right here.
He's been a guest on the pod this whole episode.
We haven't given him enough love.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta ask him some questions and stuff. We gotta get him. But yeah, guest of the podcast, everybody. He's a great listener, Carson Teva.
He is.
He's been here the whole time.
Yes. I don't think I got more excited in the movie than when I laid my eyes on Carson Teva.
What a sight.
It's a beautiful sight. Even looking at him right now.
He's just got that intensity, I
think I'm falling in love.
All right. Cool.
But there is one thing we wanted to do regarding the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
And that was a blind ranking of the characters from the movie. And so we each have a list of 6 characters randomly chosen through the movie. I'm sure we both have different ones.
Probably some overlap.
Yeah. And it's a blind ranking. If you don't know what a blind ranking is, we do 1 character at a time, and we have to rank them 1 through 6. We're probably gonna get really mad once we see our list at the end of this ranking.
Yeah, and then we'll ask each other how we would have like changed the list at the end of it if we could have. But yeah, so blind ranking tier lists for characters from the Mandalorian and Grogu. I'll ask you first if you're cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, cool. So again, 6 characters. We each have to choose 6. We're going to ask each other to rank the 6. So first, I want to know, you have all 6 slots right here. You can throw them wherever you want. I want to know where you're putting Rod of the Hutt. Where are you putting Rod of the Hutt on your list here?
See, I knew you were going to do something like that because knowing you, that's probably the best character you have.
You mean from my point of view?
Yeah. Like, no, the best character you have out of your 6.
Oh.
Because he is one of the best characters. But for safe, I think I'm going 2.
You're going to go 2.
For 2 for Rada.
All right. Zeb.
Dude, I've never been a Zeb guy. Never been a Zeb guy.
But dude, come on, his voice acting was so good in that movie.
Voice acting is so cool.
It's great. What's his name? I gotta give a shout out. It's Steve Blum. He did it in Rebels too. Great guy. You need to watch Rebels.
I do need
and
to
Clone
watch
Wars.
Rebels. Maybe which is why he doesn't resonate with me that much.
Fair.
So I'm going 5.
Okay.
5 for Zeb.
Honestly, the fact he's on at 6, I'll take that. Grogu.
Grogu is going under Rada at 3.
Crazy.
I think Rada's character in the movie was so good. It was so good.
They did him great. His voice was cool. Again, like you, in the beginning, it took me off guard, but his voice was cool. Trapper Wolf.
Okay. Are we being so for real?
If we don't know, this is the character. We saw him a grand total of 2 times, played by the one and only Dave Filoni. It's Dave Filoni's character in The Mandalorian.
Dude, like,
where you putting
it was so random seeing him twice in the whole movie.
Yeah, the bar was like chill, and then they just threw him in an X-Wing.
Like, the thing is, too, like, dude, he can't act. He looks so goofy. At the bar, he was just like, cheese it.
It's not. I think he's going for some Stan Lee angle, and I don't think it's landing.
Name in the movie?
Trapper Wolf.
Trapper Wolf is going at my 6.
Okay. No,
I don't think there's any other spot that he could go.
You know what? That's fair. So you've what, 2, 3, 5, 6?
Yeah,
you
I have my 1 and 4
1 and 4. Where are you putting Imbo?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Which leaves, you might be kind of disappointed on this one. At your 4 is going to go Carson Teva. At your 4.
Honestly, dude, I think I might.
He's heartbroken.
I think I might have nailed
that.
This.
You wouldn't change a thing.
I don't think I would change a thing. Imbo was my favorite character in the whole movie.
Yeah,
talk about a sick bounty hunter.
Oh my gosh, his ship is just like, his hat. I mean, that's just so sick.
So much aura from a character.
Oh my gosh, that one scene where
the smoke bomb.
Yeah, dude, the window where they pin over to the window and it's just like the flash of lightning. And you see him and his dog.
Yeah, so cool. Rada,
come on.
I think besides Imbo was my favorite character in the movie.
So wait, Imbo then Rada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mandalorian probably would have been in the 3 if he was there, but I don't mind Grogu in the 3. Once again, I love the individual scene from Grogu taking care of the Mandalorian. Carson Teva is just my dog. Like, generally, like, shout out Carson Teva.
He's everyone's dog.
Zeb. So a lot of people will switch Carson Teva and Zeb.
A lot.
Once again,
that's great.
I've only watched certain parts of the Clone Wars. I haven't watched Rebels, so Zeb doesn't hold that much emotional value for me. And then, like, who even is Trapper Wolf? Like,
dude,
I like
put some respect on his name.
Dave Filoni era in Star Wars coming up now, but like number 6.
I just don't think he should go for the Stan Lee thing. I just think you got to leave that to the main man, the Marvel man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
But I'm happy with this.
Okay.
I'm happy with my list.
That's fire that you wouldn't change the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You got your 6 ready? Ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Hit me. I'm ready.
Yeah, we're going number 1, Rada the Hutt.
I'm going to go Rada at 3. Rada at 3.
Rada at 3.
I like Rada a lot.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Rada at 3. Great character. I mean, you said basically everything I want to say about him. Really cool character. I'm conservative, I think.
Yeah.
In his lists.
That might be a mistake.
I think you're going to give me...
Number 2, Gattori. Fish dude on the rocking chair. The one you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put him at 4. I'll put Fish dude at 4. Which might be also a mistake. It sounds like you're just going to continually give me worse. Continue.
Yeah.
Don't say like Commander.
Number 3.
Or Colonel, whatever it is.
Hugo Durant. He was the chef on Rada's planet. The one that the Mandalorian tried to get information out of. With the 4 arms. He's a pretty funny guy.
Picture. What's his name?
Hugo Durant.
How do you spell that?
Durant.
Oh, Durant.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's a chiller. I actually like this guy a lot. I would put him on my 2, but you're like, I'm scared you're just going to give me like terrible characters next. Dude, for Hugo, I'll go 2. I'll go 2. I'm gonna just hope you're not gonna just destroy me here. All right, just give me like, I don't know, give me like traffic control 4 or something.
No, we're gonna go with Grogu next.
I mean, give me 1. I have to. I can't put Grogu at 5. I'll throw Grogu at 1 for the sake of the list.
Yeah. For the sake of the list. Respect.
I'm really scared you're gonna give me Imbo, and I'm really
next is Imbo.
Oh my gosh.
Next is unfortunately Imbo.
Oh, let's go with the 5.
Yeah.
What you got at the 6?
Now your 6th spot. I'm glad you have this spot open.
Okay, what you got?
Colonel Ward.
Oh my gosh, is that the one that gives Mando all the bounties and stuff?
Yeah.
Her, yeah, she was like, her acting in this movie was so bad.
Yeah,
like she didn't want to be there at all. She wanted to be anywhere else.
Weaver, notorious actor, by the way, like phenomenal in.
Wait, this is who you gave me, right?
Yeah,
Ward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phenomenal actor in the first Avatar movie. Great, even as the voice of characters in the next 2 Avatar movies, Fire and Ash, Way of Water. But in this movie, she was not good.
So bad. So bad. She was just dry.
How do you feel about your list, man?
Dude, kind of a train wreck. I mean, I would have thrown Imbo at 1.
You have to.
I would have put Rod at 2. Let's see. I probably would have put Hugo at 3. Hugo's who's
the chef guy.
Thank you. Yeah, chef guy. Then Fish Dude at 4 is fine. I would have kept Ward at 6, and then would have left
Grogu?
Oh, I would have swapped Grogu and Fish Dude. Sorry, that's what I would have done. So actually, I don't think any of them are in the place that So you got 6
but
for
besides
6.
Colonel Ward.
That's facts. You know what?
Yeah.
That's all that matters too.
That's all that matters.
He just deserved to be in the last place.
She didn't have a lot of screen time though.
Good.
So.
Too much. They gave her too much.
Trapper Wolf would probably go above Colonel Ward in the movie.
Yeah. Because he was bad, but at least they gave him no screen time. But yeah, Ward was rough. Ward was rough. I have a surprise ranking for you, which shouldn't be too bad since you already named a lot of them earlier in this episode. I'm going to ask you to blind rank. Actually, this is a blind ranking, not your ranking. I'm going to ask you to blind rank these 8 Star Wars projects.
8 Star Wars projects?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let me know when you're ready.
Guys, you might hear some hot takes.
I might jump across the table.
I don't think you will.
I probably won't. We have some valuable stuff, such as this guy, which is on 5%. He's got a meeting to get to, so he probably won't be around for much longer. But it's been good having him.
His team status is gonna go red.
It's going red.
It's going red.
Like and sub if you want us to have. Is it Carson? Is his name?
Carson Teva.
If you want Carson Teva back on the podcast, like and sub.
Yeah. Also, like and sub so we can get the real Carson Teva on our podcast.
All right. Number 1, Phantom Menace. Get 8 spots.
And this is Star Wars projects.
Star Wars projects.
5.
Safe pick.
It's really safe.
Return of the Jedi.
3.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just going gut. I'm going gut here.
Okay.
I'm going gut.
Solo.
7.
Okay. All right.
I need to rewatch Solo.
So scared you were going to throw that higher.
I need to be refreshed on it.
Yeah.
Just very
maybe
forgettable.
Don't, though. Yeah, I was going to
very forgettable.
Very forgettable. Yeah, 7's a fine spot. Revenge of the Sith.
My worry here. No, I still have 2 above Revenge of the Sith, so I'm gonna throw Revenge of the Sith at 2.
Okay. All right. Acolyte. I swear.
It's got to go 8.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's
Oh, I was so scared because you're like this guy. You like Acolyte for some reason.
No, I don't like Acolyte, but I like the Stranger as a character.
Okay.
I think he's like the best part about that whole show.
Okay.
And I think some of the fight scenes are the best we've seen out of any modern Star Wars project.
This is fair. I haven't seen the Acolyte, so I can't comment too much. Let us know what you guys think about the Acolyte. I've heard recently just some friends and stuff have kind of been giving it some praise recently, specifically just about the Stranger as the villain.
Yeah.
So if you guys
He's
like
cool.
any other part, he's cool. If you guys like any other part of the Acolyte, let us know. If you don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say, let us know.
There's a reason why it was canceled.
Yeah. It was canceled quick too. I remember it was really fast. Really fast. A New Hope. Which you somehow think is worse than A Force Awakens when it's literally
See, I know you're gonna have like Rise of Skywalker in here somewhere, or like Book of Boba Fett.
You got 2 spots left. You have to what? 1 in the.
I got 1, 4, and 6.
Yeah, you do.
I think to be safe, I'm gonna throw A New Hope at 4.
Yeah, I definitely didn't just add. I definitely have had 8 this whole time, and it sounded like I had.
Yeah.
All right.
We also filmed the last podcast a week ago.
A week ago, and I've had 8 this whole time.
Yeah.
Where did you put A New Hope?
4.
4. This is gonna put you in a pickle. The Force Awakens. I win. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Are you good? Oh my gosh. These chairs are like heavy too. Are you good?
The Force Awakens is better than.
No, it's not. Okay, also they couldn't hear what you said because the mic's over here.
They don't need to. They know.
Yeah, they don't need to. Don't repeat it. No, they don't. No one thinks The Force Awakens is better than A New Hope. No, incorrect. No. No, it is not. It does everything A New Hope does. Is the only reason it's watchable. It just does it worse.
A New Hope is arguably boring.
You think it's boring because it was made in what, 1977?
It's Sugma.
But it was good enough that The Force Awakens just copied everything it did. It's just that it had modern graphics, and so you're like, oh, it's good, but
6.
it's not.
Fine, I'll just put it in 6. So what do I got in my 1?
You know what? I'm actually really nice to you in this list.
Yeah.
I intentionally did this to be nice, and I was trying to throw you off, and there was some random picks, but you did good. And so your reward, your last pick is Rogue One, which is at your 1, which is his favorite Star Wars movie. Don't agree with it, but I love Rogue One. It's just not my number 1.
Dude,
love Rogue One though.
There's only one swap I would have made on this whole list.
What are you swapping?
A New Hope and Force Awakens. I'll have Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, Phantom Menace
is right.
A New Hope, Solo.
Your list is correct. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. Force Awakens is not better than A New Hope. Please join Jacob in some counseling / therapy / both if you think so. It's not, oh my gosh, it's better graphics. Cool. Worse story. Actually, it's somewhat of a fine story. You know why? Because they just copy A New Hope. Terrible. You know what? Kylo Ren was cool. It had some cool moments. Gonna give it to you.
Kylo Ren is sick.
I love Kylo Ren.
He is dope.
He's really cool. Not better than A New Hope. Not dude. A New Hope, they built the entire. If you watch that movie from the framework of like, oh my gosh, they just built an entire world and all the scenes and the creatures and like hyperspace and like the Death Star and like all these like massive cultural icons are all embedded in this one movie. It's paced so super well. It's paced so well to introduce all these characters so well. Oh my gosh, New Hope is so good. It's so good. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Not better than Force Awakens. Okay. All right.
and now it's time for you to blind rank these 8 Star Wars projects.
Oh, okay. You're gonna write back at me. Okay. All right.
There's a reason why I put my hood on.
Oh my gosh. What are you about to do to me right now?
Because he needs to realize what he just did to me.
I gave you Rogue One.
You did, but he knows I have died on the high ground that The Force Awakens is better than A New Hope.
Now your list is right. All I did was help you out. Now your list is correct.
No. At number 1, you have the Obi-Wan TV show.
Going my gut here. I'm gonna go 5. I didn't hate the Obi-Wan TV show.
Next, you have Attack of the Clones.
4.
The Last Jedi.
8. Makes it pretty easy.
Nice. Revenge of the Sith.
2.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
The one that just came out?
Yep. This is fun for me.
6.
Maul Shadow Lord.
3 spots left. What are the chances that you give me 1?
Empire Strikes Back.
3. What do I got in my 7?
Book of Boba Fett.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Dude, you put your hood on for nothing. That was fine.
Dude, I think you almost might have nailed that.
Dude, I think, what am I changing here?
Maul at 1 might be a little bit egregious.
No, it's not. He hasn't seen Maul. Comment for this guy to see Maul, because you need to see Maul. It is cinematic.
Can't be better than A Force Awakens.
It is miles better than The Force Awakens. It shouldn't be in the same sentence. It is so good. Maul Shadow Lord is incredible. I think do I like Maul Shadow Lord more than Revenge of the Sith?
Do you like the Obi-Wan show better than Mandalorian and Grogu?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do like Obi-Wan. I seeing Ewan McGregor back on the big screen as Obi-Wan, there are some terrible moments. I'm not going to defend that Leia running scene. Terrible. That scene is horrible. I'm not going to defend some of the writing choices, but the flashback scene of them training, incredible. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen back, both did great. There are some great scenes. The ending fight was okay. With Anakin's helmet cut off, it was great. Kind of mirroring the fact that Ahsoka cut off the other side in Rebels, and then Obi-Wan cut off this side, and the only one that could fully cut off both sides was Luke. The analogy there was fantastic. That played into it well. There were some great scenes. Like there are scenes like this that I am passionate about, that I could talk like this about. There isn't like one scene like that in The Mandalorian where I'm like, oh, I love how this happened, and this tied back to this, and this was cool because of this. Not one. So yes, I do like Obi-Wan more than Mando and Grogu.
There's so much egregious parts of that show, though. The Mandalorian and Grogu really doesn't have
At least I'm
anything.
passionate about something about it. Like, I'm passionate about how some parts are terrible, and I'm passionate about how some parts are fantastic. And I would rather watch a project like that than something like Mando and Grogu, where like all of it's like, yeah, this is good, but like they don't take risks. They don't go out there and really go for something. It's just like good.
Well, you know what one of my high grounds about Star Wars is right now?
What you got?
People are so blinded and opinion felt by nostalgia, where it's letting them like fail to appreciate the new project Star Wars is coming out with. Where they're trying to chase that first feeling they got from watching the movies, that they're just failing to recognize that like the stuff we're still getting is still entertaining and still good.
I'm not saying it's not entertaining. I'm saying it doesn't take risks. Mandalorian and Grogu takes no risk. I would rather see a project take risks and fail. Some of them are terrible. Some of them are fantastic. I would rather see that project than Mandalorian and Grogu. Simple as that. That has nothing to do with nostalgia. That has nothing to do with wanting to see Star Wars the same way I did. That simply has to do with the way it was shot, the way it was, storyboarded, all that.
But there's no way Obi-Wan should be higher than Mandalorian.
Yes, it is.
It shouldn't be.
It should be.
It shouldn't be.
It is. In my opinion, yeah.
Because the only thing that makes that show good is maybe nostalgia. If you really want to make that a factor.
I listened to a ton of things that were really deep and that were really cool and that connected to the broader story of Star Wars.
That's very limited compared to the show.
Which show?
The Obi-Wan. The good parts are very limited.
I mean, the worst parts I can think of are a lot of stuff with Reva I hated. Her as a character, I thought was bad.
85% of the show is pretty mid.
85 is a lot. I would say a lot of it's mid, but a lot of it I was like, that's really cool. And there wasn't one moment in Mando and Grogu where I'm like, that was really cool. There wasn't one moment, not one. All of it was like, oh, this is fun. All of it, this is cool. Like, I'm just not. There's not one moment. And I would rather watch again, it's simple as that. I would rather watch a project where I'm passionate about part of it rather than like
logic that I'd be going with though was if I were to be using that logic, I'd say The Acolyte is better than Mandalorian and Grogu.
Cool. But you wouldn't say that because you just see it differently. Like you would rather watch a project that is just like a fun ride and it's like safe. It's a safe movie. They don't take risks. There's not like a big. That's another one of my critiques of the movie. Like there wasn't one thing they did where I was like, "Oh, that's a choice." That like really changes up the narrative, that changes up a character, that changes up like the way they go about the world after this movie, which is why I asked you the question earlier of like, what do they do after this movie? How do they change from beginning to end?
I don't think they needed to though. With the way the timeline takes place, they can't do anything too drastic to affect what Disney and Star Wars has already done. The Mandalorian's impact as a whole is not going to be some high and mighty impact that's going to change the whole rebellion forever. It's just going to be these small action adventures. I think it's just like the thinking about it's just differently compared to like the Mandalorian and what he does is never going to have the same effect as like anything Obi-Wan's going to do because Obi-Wan's a Jedi.
I just don't think, but they just shouldn't have been the project they did after 7 years. It shouldn't have been that. That should have happened in between seasons 1 and 2 of Mando. That would have been sick. Like there's still a lot more story to tell with the characters. They just got introduced. Everyone's attached to them, hyped around them. It's like it's been 3 years since the last season, which was not great. Season 3 of Mando was not great. And it's been 3 years since the bad season of Mando. And so it's like, what was the thought process of thinking that people would really want to go flock to see this movie? Other than it just having Star Wars attached to it, which is the only reason it's made any sort of profit at all. Which it hasn't made a profit. I take that back. It's the only reason anyone's really going to this theater to see the movie. So, hey, first of all, let us know what you guys think between Obi-Wan and Mando. I'm not saying Obi-Wan's a perfect project. I think with those characters, they could have done exponentially more. I think it could have went way better. But the few moments we got, that I was like, this connects to the broader scope of Star Wars. It alludes to some certain things. I'm a huge Obi-Wan fan. Like Obi-Wan might be my favorite character in all of Star Wars. So I love seeing Ewan McGregor back on the big screen. But yeah, I thought it took more risks. Whereas I actually can't think of one risk that Mando took at all in the whole movie.
Yeah.
To your point, I don't think that was the point. I think it was, again, people just go to the theaters with different like wants and they want to see different things. And you were going into it like wanting to see kind of that ragtag, like let's just go bounty hunt around the galaxy, which did really well. But I would just rather see a project that's kind of more risk taking. So that's where I'm at. But
yeah, which once again, I do agree. I think some of their next projects should do that.
Yeah.
I just think once again, to play it safe, our last movies took risk, didn't pan out, so they did try and go the more safer route. And I really think they were almost forced to go that route because of the turnout of the last movies. Why would they try and take another risk when the last time they took a risk almost resulted in such an outrage that it could have killed the franchise.
I mean, you could argue it already has.
In some ways. Which is why they were never going to take a risk with this next movie.
I don't know how you would take a risk with this movie, which goes to your point of like, I think their goal for this was not to take a risk.
Yep.
I just think that when you're as far down as they are, and when you've dug that deep a hole, I think the only thing that's going to get you out of that is to take a risk. I don't think you can like level out all the way back up. You can't get that level of like spark back in.
But thinking from like a corporate setting,
this is fair.
A corporate setting, you just made one of the worst moves you ever could have made. And you're trying to think of how you can recover a fan base from actions that really lost a lot of your fan base. The last time you took a risk, it went so poorly. If you're in that meeting room, you are not about to take another risk. You're going to try and capitalize on one of your most popular markets that you have, and try and make something fun out of it. And I think, once again, it goes into the point of like Star Wars fans not being appreciative of the content we are getting, despite some of the flaws it has. And it's the reason why, if you don't like The Mandalorian and Grogu, they're probably one of the reasons why we got something like The Mandalorian and Grogu, because they're the fans that are complaining about the quality and the risk that Disney has been taking. So now Disney's taking a more laid-back, safe approach due to the reaction of the same fans that are complaining about everything. And that's my rant.
It's a good take.
And that's a good rant. So let us know what you think about Star Wars. Leave some of your hottest takes about Star Wars, hottest takes about The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to see some of your comments and maybe go over them in a future pod if you do leave a comment.
Yeah. We'd love to have some of you guys on the pod too. Yeah. Like, love to just have one of you guys, if one of you guys wants to come on and talk to us, let us know. We'd love to get someone in here to talk.
One of our dreams is to do these segments called Defending the High Ground, where it's actually you presenting us one of your hot takes about maybe a conversation we're having, and we get to try and fight you on your own high ground. Or there's a good chance it's one of us with you fighting
the other one.
On a high ground. And so feel free to leave any takes. We will read them all. In Star Wars, they can have a bunch.
Yeah.
As you can clearly see, we have very different opinions on a lot of things Star Wars. But it makes these conversations fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear you guys' opinions. Again, as Jacob was saying, just let us know what you think down in the comments. Get back to us what you guys are thinking. So, well, sweet. I think we're close here.
Yeah, close here. Time. So that's The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Once again, first Star Wars movie we've seen in 7 years. A lot of different reactions. Very curious to see how it shapes up in the next couple weeks, months. Will it actually make profit? Will it just meet that deadline? Will it go under? And what can we expect out of future Star Wars projects in the future, and how this movie and reaction to the movie ends up steering the franchise and Filoni's approach to Star Wars in general.
As you were saying, this is kind of his kickoff project. So we'll see how it's moving going forward. I do see what you're saying with kind of having a even project and then maybe going from there. So we'll see if he takes some more risks, or if he kind of just keeps it on that little playing field. But yeah, overall, gave it a 3 out of 5. Thought it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Mandalorian Grogu. That's a review we got. Again, just let us know what you guys think down in the comments. So
yep. And then stay tuned for the next pod coming out really soon. Hopefully tomorrow by the time this one comes out. Backrooms, Obsession.
Dude, so many thoughts.
2 insane movies.
That theater experience. You're going to need to talk about. Stay tuned for the Buffalo we talked about at the beginning with the just crazy stuff happening in the theater. It was just such a weird experience. Just some stuff before the movie that was just what is happening?
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. That's going to come out tomorrow.
Yep. And then after that, be looking for a pod every Monday. Some weeks you might get double pods depending on what's going on throughout the week.
Dude,
what news we have to talk about. Stacked summer. We got Scary Movie Disclosure Day, Masters of the Universe, Death of a Robin Hood, Toy Story 5, Supergirl, The Invite. Those are all movies coming out in June. Plus other movies we just want to talk about in general. There's a lot to do, so stay tuned. We have some exciting stuff planned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's any movies you guys want us to review. But without further ado, was that all you were thinking?
That's all I got.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again, hopefully tomorrow is the plan. Again, we would look really stupid if we said tomorrow all these times and we just didn't get it out. So that's going to be the plan.
We're on the grind. We're locked in.
I'm going to do our best. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Signing off.
Peace.
See you guys later. Peace.